The European Union produces 10% of the global CO2 emissions. This is a combination of the fossil fuels and the manufacturing makes up the percentage of global CO2 emissions.
In the last 2 years, the European Climate Change Program has analyzed extensively the most environmentally beneficial and cost-effective additional policies and measures enabling the EU to meet its -8% target under the Kyoto Protocol. Equivalent to 336 mt CO2, the program was not carried out in isolation, but rather built links with ongoing activities at the EU level. It also compares with the Sixth Environmental Action Programme and the EU Strategy for Sustainable Development in the field of renewable energy and energy demand. There are evident synergies with the European Strategy for the Security of Energy Supply. The European Commission showed everybody in what side of the agreement they were on. This agreement was held in Paris during the year 2015 in February. In July, the European Committee adopted a recommendation calling for more involvement from the civil society and made a bigger impact on the environment and tried to help it. In October, the European Committee met again and they decided that everyone in the European Union had to be more ambitious so they could finish this process faster and have better results. The European Parliament called out the European Union and negotiated with them. This took place on the 18th of September, and discussion didn't end until the 10th of November. A summary of everything that happened in the COP21 climate conference that took place in Paris was that the EU negotiated towards a new and better universal agreement. They agreed on a number of different things. For example, the different institutions or countries would do whatever benefits them first, because they also agreed that they would first do something to help their country, and then contribute to the common goal that the European Union has. In the year 2014, when the European Council agreed and concluded on the process of creating a climate and energy framework, this formed the fundamental idea of the Intended Nationally Determined Contribution, INDC, which forces the European Union to a reduction of greenhouse gas emissions by at least 40% below the 1990 levels by the year 2030. This agreement was submitted the 6th of March in 2015.
The European emission trading system is important for reducing greenhouse gas emission from industries at the lowest cost. European countries have to reduce the energy use of their buildings, and industries are required to improve the energy efficiency of a lot of equipment and household appliances. Car manufacturers have to reduce CO2 emissions from new cars and vans. For example, this includes measures such as using less water, fixing building regulations, building flood defenses, and developing crops that grow better in drought conditions.
In April 2013, the European Commission adopted an EU strategy on adaptation to climate change. The strategy aims to make Europe more climate resilient by taking a logical approach and providing for improved coordination. It will enhance the preparedness and the capacity of all governance levels to respond to the impacts of climate change. It responds to climate change with the help of the platform that launched in March 2012. It provides several useful resources to support adaptation policy and decision making. The platform includes a toolset for adaptation planning, projects and case studies, database and information on adaptation action at all levels from the EU to regional and national to the local level. Better informed decision making by addressing gaps in knowledge about adaptation and further developing the European Climate Adaptation Platform, Climate Adapt, as the one-stop shop for adaptation information in Europe. Bang. Reporting now, Beehive, middle of the ocean, let's get it. As greenhouse gases trap more energy from the sun, the oceans are absorbing more heat, resulting in an increase in sea surface temperatures and rising sea levels. Changes in the ocean temperatures and currents brought by climate change will lead to alterations in the climate patterns around the world. Just like me right now in the Mediterranean Sea, in the Europe. Let's get it. I'm out. Back to Gonzalo.
Thank you, Beehive. Gonzalo López Galvez con Mariño in Almería. So Almería is one of the parts of Spain with the biggest concentration of greenhouses. and one of the biggest concentrations of greenhouses in the world. The greenhouses has affected Almeria in a big way. So the greenhouses are actually reflecting the sun, and the soil and plants are not receiving the amount of sunlight that they should be receiving. The temperature of this province has dropped drastically during this last few years, and that is a big problem. We're out. Thank you for watching us. Thank you, Beehive, again. See you next time.